What does the Iran war mean for China? When most people look at the war involving Iran, the United States, and Israel, they focus on missiles, politics, and regional power. But behind the scenes, there's another major player watching very closely: China. And for China, this war is not just distant news. It's a high-stakes test of its economy, its strategy, and its future place in the world. 1. China's lifeline runs through the Middle East. China is the world's largest energy importer, and much of its oil comes from the Middle East, including Iran. That means one thing: if this war disrupts oil flow, China feels it immediately. Right now, one of the biggest dangers is the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow passage where about 20% of the world's oil travels. If that route is blocked or attacked, oil prices spike, and we're already seeing that happen. For China, that means higher energy costs, slower economic growth, pressure on factories and exports. Even though China has prepared with stockpiles and alternative energy, a long war could still hit hard. 2. A dangerous economic ripple effect. This war isn't just about oil. It's about the global economy. Rising energy prices are already driving inflation and disrupting supply chains worldwide. And China, as the world's manufacturing hub, depends on stable global trade. So when shipping routes are threatened or costs go up, goods become more expensive, trade slows down, global demand weakens. Even if China isn't fighting, it's still paying the price. 3. China's strategy: stay quiet, stay smart. Here's where it gets interesting. China is not jumping into the war. Instead, it's playing what analysts call a concerned onlooker role, carefully watching but not choosing sides. Why? Because China has relationships with everyone. It trades heavily with Iran, it depends on Gulf countries for oil, and it competes with the United States globally. So instead of risking conflict, China is doing what it does best: staying neutral, protecting its interests, waiting for opportunity. 4. The hidden opportunity. Here's the twist: while the war creates risk, it also creates opportunity. If the U.S. gets tied down in a long conflict, China gains more room to expand its influence. It can strengthen ties with countries looking for stability and position itself as a global power broker. Also, if Iran becomes weaker, it may rely more on China economically and politically. That could give China more control in the region without firing a single shot. 5. The big question: short war or long war? For China, everything depends on one thing: how long does this war last? A short war, manageable disruption. A long war, global economic shock. If energy supplies stay unstable for months, China's growth could slow significantly. Global trade could shift, and the balance of power could change final thought. So what does the Iran war mean for China? It means risk, it means opportunity, and it means watching very, very carefully. Because in today's world, you don't have to be on the battlefield to be deeply affected by the war. Sometimes, the most powerful moves are made by the ones who never fire a shot.